Hi, I'm Tony Constantine, an investment advisor representative with Lifemark Securities Corp. You know, it never ceases to amaze me how some people are continuing to look for the secrets to investing that are non existent. Everything you need to know has already been put out in front of you. Of course, I'm referring to things like Warren Buffett's two rules. Let me share them with you now. Rule number one, don't lose money. Rule number two, don't forget rule number one. Now, I'm going to tell you a story to illustrate this, and I'm going to give you three values that we'll use in the story for illustrative purposes. Value number one, C, cost or purchase cost. Value two is A, highest appreciation value or accumulated value. And the last one, S, or sales price. Now, as long as S is greater than C, you're going to make money. Here's the story. The client walks into his advisor's office and they're talking about investments, and the advisor says, you know, X has some unique proprietary stuff like patents and copyrights, and they're poised to actually go up to about 150 within about 4 or 5 years. That might be a good place to put some money. Client agrees, and they decide that the client is going to put $50 into X. Well, 2 years later, X is at 145. Wow, that's a heck of a climb. Advisor tells the client, hey, maybe it's time to sell that because, you know, we were looking for it to go up 150 and things are looking a little soft right now. Client says, no, it's done real well. Let's hang on to it. So they do. Volatility gets worse. Stock winds up at 100 when the advisor tells the client, you know, I really think we need to get rid of this now. Client says, yeah, okay, but I can't help but feel like I'm losing 50 bucks. So they decide to sell, and the client gets $100. Doubled his money in 2 years. Well, the next day, X goes up $10. Client is all upset. He calls his advisor and says, hey, you talked me into selling this yesterday. I could have made an extra 10 bucks instead of losing 50. Losing 50? That's a unique way to look at it. Anyway, he says, client tells the advisor, you're fired. I'm going to get somebody else and go back in. So the next day he did. Was able to get in at 100 still. And, was able to still get it at 110. Now that's key. He added $10 to his 100 and went back in. Well, the stock went up to about 125 when volatility got heavy. Then volatility got worse, turned into a bear market, and the client was still adamant about hanging on and held on, while the market went down 65%. And his investment was now worth $50 in total accumulated value. At that point, the client was despondent, dejected, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, told the advisor, go ahead, just sell it all. I want out. So we sold. Well, how much did the client lose? Did he lose $10 because he put the extra 10 in? No, he lost $60 because he went in at 110. Don't forget, he sold the original investment, so he When he went back in, he went with cash out of his own pocket, $110. Obviously, he forgot rule number one, and he didn't follow rule number one. Now, if this story sounds anything like your history and your experience with investing, you need help. You need to listen to your advisor. That's why you have him. My contact information will be on screen momentarily. Please give me a call today or send me an email today, and let's investigate when we can get together and have a good, strong conversation about investing, because truly you do need help, and I may or may not be the right person to work with you. Until next week, and we have our next installment, make every day a great day.